Hello, it's a Monday and the time is I haven't got the ignition on. Oh gosh, it's pouring down. Google didn't say this when I asked earlier, as I've got no coat, but I have got an umbrella, which I had to well, I went to the library, so I'll explain all this in a sec. Oh, hang on, here we go. Right. 5:21, no, 3:21 in the afternoon.
Available.
And on Saturday I came here, but it was closed. Well, it closed early, and I arrived half an hour too late. So I thought to myself, well, I mentioned it in Sunday's vlog or Saturday's vlog that I might come here on Monday, and here I am. So I've just been to the library, and like Saturday I've got as far as the door, and it says on the hours of opening that today is closed. It's closed 2 days of the week, Sunday and Monday. Tuesday it's open till 5. Wednesday it's open till 1. Thursday and Friday it's open to 5, and Saturday, as I mentioned, is open to 1. So I might have to come here tomorrow or another time. Probably tomorrow, while it's fresh in my mind and on Google Keep. Right, I've also, not only is it raining hard, but I've also decided to drive down a road that has a school there. At the moment the children are breaking for the day, so they've got all their parents' cars parked in the roads and all over the place, driving into the road, causing a kind of a blockage, which must happen every single day. And I just happened to choose that time to get caught up in the school one. Right, so now I'm going to make my way back home. I'll try and choose a scenic route. It may not be unfamiliar, but bearing in mind it's the rush hour, or we're approaching the rush hour. It's between the school one and the rush hour, and it's raining hard, and I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get back onto the road without causing more congestion. So, and the whole car's steamed up now. So having said all that, I'm going to make my way back. I'm back now. I should have checked on the time before I spoke. The TV's off. I could nip round the corner just here and have a look at the thermostat, but it's not important. I haven't done one of these for a long time. Well, 4 or 5 vlogs back. So this is the time right now. Right, so today, let's go backwards. Okay, I've just come back from a drive. Been to the library, it was closed. Before I got in the car, I had breakfast. I still haven't beans on toast. These are the beans I picked up in Sainsbury's on Saturday. I think I picked them up on Sunday actually. Possibly on the way to the... No, that was Saturday. So I think it was yesterday I picked them up. So I did on toast this morning. I watched the latest vlog, which was... I haven't done yesterday, so it's the day before. So if today's Monday, I'm working on Sunday soon. Saturday's video, therefore, I watched again this morning because it was the second viewing. The first viewing was in bed at around 12 p.m. Yes, I didn't get up till about 12 p.m. today. So in bed I watched the video. And this video was edited using Lightworks version 14.5 to be precise. I just fancied using shortcut. I thought I don't care about the 720p resolution against the 1080 one that I could do. So, but oh dear, it was a non-stop edit from what time? On Sunday night. I think it took 12 hours non-stop to edit. It just got this. It's got these nuances. I try to use shortcuts. You know, I've used a text on the screen. I like the font I used and the size and the position on the screen. Or is it over here? I think it's over here. This is when I do the song titles, for example. Because I don't use the song titles in. I don't leave it to the end credits to show the songs used in the video. I use it as they appear, like on a pop video, like on MTV. Anyway, to do that, so I'm pointing there, but it's over here, isn't it? The text. So the text position, the text font, and the size. Instead of copying that, repeating that for each time there's a song, I wanted to copy this effect and then paste it on the timeline. And this is where there's a nuance. When I paste it onto the timeline, it ignores the video below it, because when you do video editing, it's done with layers. The top layer overrules the second layer, and so on. So the text was on top, and instead of being transparent so you can see the video below it, it was black, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. And the only way to do it was to do it by not copying it. So it had these little nuances which took ages to do. Oh, I'm just glad the undo and redo buttons worked. So today I'm not going. I looked at the video in bed. I looked at it when I had breakfast, and the quality is not really passable in today's age of UHD, which is 1080. That's what I can export to, and 4K. But I don't have a device that records 4K, so I can't do 4K. So going back again, I was in bed watching the video. Before that, I was in bed since 6 a.m. So I wanted an 8 hour sleep. I wanted to get up at 2, but I just couldn't. I was stirring after 5 hours. So up to 6 p.m. Between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Sunday and Monday morning, I was editing away. I was determined to finish it and export it. And of course, because it's 720p, it is a HD, but not a UHD. It only took half an hour to export and a few minutes to upload. So I basically did it all in order. But the exporting stage was my little break from it. It was a half an hour break, just watching TV. I think I had just a little quick power nap, in fact. Then I woke up and I realised there was a video running export. So that's it really. Picking up from yesterday's video, which I'm about to work on today, which you've seen before this video that goes out. This video. So yeah, now what's next? Yes, edit yesterday's video. I'm going to have chili con carne on toast at some point. And although it's comfortable having the laptop on my lap to do the edit, I don't think it's good to have it. It's not good for the legs. Having the fan and the heat. It permeates through the cushions. I put it on a cushion. There's a cushion between my lap and the laptop. But I still think the heat permeates through, and I think it's not very good. So, but the alternative is to sit here, but it's cold. So therefore, we're looking at a possible feng shui again, which I'm looking forward to doing actually. And of course there's bits in between, like transferring files across in preparation of the new edit. Right, that's basically it, all I can think of. Any films I've seen? No, that Jack Nicholson film I last vlogged about briefly. The Ride in the Whirlwind. Even Sky said in the description that it's an offbeat western, and it is an offbeat western, filmed entirely on location, mainly in the canyon. It didn't captivate me, I'm afraid. But I did watch another Jack Nicholson film called, soon afterwards, called Something's Got to Give with Dan Keaton, and that's one of these New York sophisticated comedies, which I enjoyed actually. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I think it was the theme tune. The theme tune was quite modern, but one of these one-hit wonders. I think it's catchy, but it can also be irritating. Because it's a romantic comedy, it is a romantic comedy. It kind of worked, but a bit offbeat. So I saw that Jack Nicholson film, and that's all I can recall right now. I watched the Graham Norton show on Friday. That was on catch up. The guests were I think Emma Thompson was on it, Hugh Laurie, and Robert Downey Jr. And it was. Graham Norton's good. He's a good presenter because he's also an actor and a comedian, I think. But he's done comedy, Father Ted, for example. So he was a good presenter. He's a good presenter. But I couldn't help noticing that Robert Downey Jr. is a bit wary of English presenters, possibly because of his interview with Krishnan Guru Murthy, who started bringing up his drug past, and I think Robert Downey Jr. stormed out of the interview. And it looks like he's a bit wary about where these questions are coming from in future from an English slant. So that was a bit awkward viewing in bits. But I think he was trying to relax into the show as it went along. He started to join in with the. I think there was a drink up, and I think he joined in. Or some little event. Anyway, I'm just waffling on now, and I should be. Well, I think I'll tackle the finish. I've got it on my Google Keep what I have to do next, so I'll refer to that and get cracking. It's 5:30 and I've just made marmalade on toast while I was transferring files. So I'm going to have it now and see what's on TV. You have to be careful not to drop. This is the bit where I drip the coffee. Drip the coffee? Drip the coffee. I don't know who Kobe Bryant was, but very sad. Just heard David Beckham's eulogy. I'm thinking, I suppose, I don't know Kobe Bryant. I don't know how he must be very famous because the Grammys paid tribute to him, and it's making news and on the BBC and Sky. But until his passing, I've never heard of him before. And I'm probably thinking he's as big as David Beckham, or equivalent to David Beckham. I don't know. Maybe he's bigger. It doesn't matter. It's insignificant because of his passing, and his daughter as well. It's an horrific helicopter accident, disaster. Tragedy. Right, don't know what to watch. I might kick off the I might uninstall Lightworks and install DaVinci while I'm having the marmalade on toast. And of course this is the new layout of the room, feng shui, because I need to feel the heat from the heater. So bang on. You can get really close and you can't just about feel it, but it does circulate in time. And I've got a bit of distance from the TV again, just maybe a foot or two. This is as far back I can move the settee because of the door. So, and I can just about get by there. Right, so now I'm gonna uninstall and reinstall. Yeah, DaVinci this time, not Shortcut. Until I get bored. I get bored, so I change things around. Probably then it won't be the next one. If I had to not change anymore, if I had to, it would be Shortcut presumably. And if not Shortcut, then Olive, the Olive video editor. That's going through a major overhaul at the moment. It's still in alpha, so it's not even at the beta stage yet. There was a promise of a release last month, but it didn't happen. So it's a major undertaking, and I bet the programmer wish he hadn't done it now, but he started gradually, progressed quite a lot. I think he rolled one out in 2008 and possibly one in April this year, and I didn't even know about it until 6 months ago. And it's pretty good. It's like a lightweight version of DaVinci, but it's a freeware software, not a freemium. So it should be able to do what a pro version of DaVinci can do. I'm just keen to uninstall and reinstall. I'm trying to get around to that now, but I'm rambling on. I'm trying to find a closure to this sentence, and I think I've just found it. I spent ages installing DaVinci Resolve. It seems like ages. Anyway, I had to install it twice because when I was uninstalling DaVinci, I thought it was all done, and then I found there's a screen. Anyway, there was a shared file, and I thought it belonged to DaVinci only, Lightworks only, and apparently DaVinci needed that file. It must have detected its existence and didn't install over it, because it was installed before the day before today, whenever I installed Lightworks. And of course, when I tried to start DaVinci, it had an error message, so I had to uninstall everything to do DaVinci and then reinstall it, and it's taken to now. It's 7:30. I was hoping to have made a start by now, but I've not got it up and running, and I've got the files in the project. So, as I said, at 7:30 in the evening, I can start to edit. I've had the marmalade on toast coffee. That was nice. I don't know. I think I was watching YouTube. Yeah, Variety or Vanity Fair were doing they had a couple of actors talking to each other, and they're in recent films at the moment. And that was I was watching that while I was having the marmalade on toast. It really served as a background to when I then came here and started uninstalling and installing. I'm just waffling on, but yeah, I'm gonna get cracking on editing yesterday's video. It's about 8:30 and I've decided to have a break. Although I haven't done much editing, I did mess about installing, so I'm going to use that time as bunny ears, editing time. So I'm going to have chili con carne on toast and a cup of coffee, and watch, it's already come and gone, today's episode of Only Connect, and then back on the edit. It's 11:20 in the evening and the export is taking place out of DaVinci Resolve. It should complete and hopefully upload in about 50 minutes. So it's not going to upload before Tuesday. Anyway, because it's 11:20, yeah, I thought I'd better say thank you for watching, because I'm going to finish the vlog here. It's much appreciated, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, au revoir.